Welcome to your favorite YouTube channel. Do not forget to like, comment, and click the red button below your screen to subscribe on Custom Reports TV.
Hello and thanks for staying with us. The Nigerian Customs Service at Tinkan Port has continued to generate more revenue for the country. Also on customs report, more seizure made by various commands in the country, plus more report. I am Egesemi Etinye. Stay tuned. The Deputy Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service, Papani, has said that the management will continue to abide by the COVID-19 guidelines as approved by the government. He made a statement when the Customs commissioned a new clinic at the airport in Lagos. He urged officers to always maintain the rules and guidelines of COVID-19 in the country. He made a pledge in Lagos when he was represented by the Deputy Controller General of Customs, who visited Customs Clinic in Lagos. He said that any custom officer must be sound and healthy to be able to perform his daily work. The Deputy Controller General of Customs, Papani, said that the customs management will continue to abide by the COVID-19 pandemic guidelines to maintain a healthy status that will enable them meet the targets for them by the government. He urged customs officers throughout the country not to be nonchalant in this drive.
As a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease, of impunity, you are encouraged to make proper use of this renovated facility to seek professional medical advice in a timely manner in order to prevent disease occurrence or nip diseases in the body to avoid possible health complication with the attendant physical, psychological, and financial strain that it brings to bear on the individual. There is an undeniable correlation between a healthy workforce and increased productivity at the workplace, which is traced by the saying, health is wealth. The COVID-19 pandemic that the world has been grappling with since the beginning of the year 2020 readily comes to mind. This has brought to the fore the importance of infection prevention and control at all times with hand hygiene, wearing of face mask, and the concept of social distancing being part of the new normal. I also wish to commend the medical unit of the service for their continued commitment to the delivery of quality health care and urge them not to rest on their oars. The unit was established in 2002 and tasked with providing health care for officers and men of the NCS. It has since grown from its initial medical outpost in Karu, Abuja, to 22 clinics across the country. I believe you all agree with me, regardless of any organization, be it private or public, fundamentally there are four key driving forces. And what are these four? That's what I call four P's. You can talk of process, you can talk of procedure, you can talk of platform, and you can talk of people. Now, when you look at these four P's I have made mention, these are the four key variables as a custom officer we need to effectively control if we really want to deliver on custom mandate. And I believe we are all familiar when I say custom mandate. Essentially, I'm talking about revenue, security, separation of smuggling. You can also know that the first three variables when you talk of people, process and procedures, they are completely outside the control of what most of us can do here. These are policy issues, these are decisions taken at headquarters. What you do, you respect what has been given and you follow. But fundamentally, the last barrier of the people, this is what I can say, each and every one of us here, to some extent, he is responsible for managing people. That's the human resource. Human resource. We need to know how we manage our relationship with our stakeholders. We need to know how we manage our relationship with our fellow officers.
The Assistant Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service, in charge of Zone A, said that Nigerian Customs Service, under the siege of customs, will continue to implement government policies without fear or favor. She was speaking in Lagos at the seminar organized by the Ministry of Finance in Abuja. She noted that the new platform will also eradicate trade-related matters in the country. But the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry has this to say.
Message is that all the issues that we used to have with the IDEC, import duty exemption certificate, is not going to happen anymore because of this automation. At times we have seen IDECs faked. So the wrong people will come and present false IDECs. But now with the automation, all these will be a thing of the past. And we'll be able to do our work without hassles from the public. We have always been accused of delaying jobs. But it is not we that delay the jobs. Rather, the beneficiaries of these IDECs, many of them do not apply on time. They wait until the goods are here before they will start applying. So the goods will be here, accruing demurrage, and they want the custom officer to release these goods, which is wrong. But with this automation, all that will be in the past. Of course, if it's faked, it will not even enter the portal. Right, sir?
That's correct.
It will not be there because it would have been sieved before they key it into their system.
Absolutely, we are very comfortable in the sense that the IDEC portal or the automation process has enabled us to have a handle for the very first time on import duty waiver. At any time, the government is able to know the amount of waiver it has given to importers, and we were able to know the impact of such concession on the overall fiscal of government. So we are very, very comfortable with the existing situation, which was not the case. And I did make the point in my presentation that Ministry of Finance is not a transactional ministry. We want to be left alone to focus on policy. The fact that importers come through our offices to push files for import duty is a distraction for officers of the ministry.
You are watching the program Customs Report. 3 custom officers have been seriously wounded by smugglers operating along unapproved routes in Ayeretoro in Ogun State, while on unlawful assignment, which led to the operation unit intercepting 6 buses carrying rice. The smugglers were also carrying weapons against men of the Nigerian Customs Service, where 1 person died in the process. The acting controller stated that 3 officers sustained various degrees of injury from the attack. He also cautioned the youths to reject being used to confront operatives of the service for carrying out their lawful duties. The acting controller warned smugglers against attacking custom officers on duty, saying that they should desist from the acts and look for other legal means of generating funds for themselves rather than smuggling in the country. Igeseme Idinye, AIT News, Lagos.
Because most of the seizures we do today and all the time, we either give them, or we pass instruction, or we pass information, or we pass information. That is when you see all this today. If you go to our houses today, you see the number and the volume, the quantity of this system. They are not there. And all these people are not good people. They threaten us day and night. They are always after our lives. If I go out here now, God knows the number of people that follow me. And when I came in here, many are not happy to see me coming back here. Now come to work. So people like that, they are our enemies. And in fact, we are ready for them. Now when it comes to seizures, as mentioned, this enforcement were there, and you can do it for human rights. We have never been paid to try to all we do is comply. How many people comply on what they do today? Most especially people like that, they are our enemies. And in fact, we are ready for them.
Apapa Customs Command has made a seizure of 19 billion naira between January to November this year. The seizure items include containers of fake drugs and other items arrested by men of Nigerian Customs Service. The command also generated over 81 billion naira surplus in the 2020 budget target as approved by management of Nigerian Customs Service. The controller speaks more on a number of issues.
From 2nd January to 21st December 2020, in Apapa Area Command, we generated about 504 billion, 265 million, 190,886 naira. So if you compare 2019 and 2020, you discover that as of today, we had a difference of about 81 point something billion on the positive side. Beginning of the year to yesterday, we've seized about 340 containers. Out of these, 76 containers were for drugs. And most of the seizures made, apart from the tramadol, we equally seize unregistered drugs. And most of these unregistered drugs come in without NAFDAC registration, without dates for manufacture and expiration dates. So all these ones were seized, and it has been the policy of the CGC that most of these drugs, especially tramadol, are to be destroyed. And some have been destroyed, and others are about to be destroyed. Now, the advice I will give is that especially the businessmen who are into import of pharmaceuticals. Nigeria as a country has laid down rules and regulations. Simply put, is that if you are bringing any drug into the country, the first place you go to NAFDAC. Present samples of the drugs you intend to bring in. Is the responsibility of NAFDAC to take these drugs to the lab, test them, analyze them, and if they are fit for human consumption, NAFDAC will register them by giving them NAFDAC registration. So that on each pack of any drug or tablet, you see NAFDAC registration number for it, you see manufacture date, you see expiration date. When those things are in place and importation is being done, ours is to examine. We'll compare what is on the documents or what is on the system with what we see physically. Once they rhyme, additional listening will require is that, yes, is there an NAFDAC registration? If it is it printed on the cartons or the packages of those drugs? If they are, we allow it to go.
The acting controller in charge of Federal Operation Unit Zone A has been speaking on the decision made by his men, urge importers and smugglers to desist from small activities in the zone.
It is pertinent to remind you of our mandate as Federal Operation Unit, which border essentially on suppression of smuggling, provision of security to all area command within the zone when in district, revenue intervention and trade facilitation. Our performance is measured by the quality and quantity of seizures made on monthly and annual basis. The unit, within the period under review, was able to make substantial and spectacular seizures. In 2019, and from January to October 2020, the unit made a total number of seizures of 889 and 1,367 respectively, ranging from smuggled prohibit carbon rice, Indian food, fake pharmaceutical products, tramadol, raw hide and skin, vegetable oil, frozen poultry products, pangolin scale, used fridges, used vehicles, among others. Full details with my TC enforcement. Meanwhile, 31 and 33 suspects respectively were linked to some of the above mentioned seizures. During the period under review, most of whom were released on administrative bail and others reprimanded in correctional home. In 2019, 18 cases were taken to court, and in 2020, 7 cases so far have been taken to court, bringing the total cases in court to 25 during the period under review. Regarding revenue generation, this unit is not a revenue generating command. However, based on our intervention to checkmate the activities of fraudulent agents at the seaport, a lot of lost revenue have been recovered to the tune of 1,400,960,030 naira 79 kobo.
The Controller General of the Nigerian Customs Service Strike Force has continued to wage war against smugglers all over the western zone in the country. The coordinator said that in spite of the COVID-19, his team will continue to implement all government policies as approved by government.
Honest declaration is what we want. Importers and their agent should come to terms with reality that anything they are bringing in should conform to rules and regulations. You are bringing in bags, you are bringing in shoes, you are bringing in things that are prohibited. Just for the simple fact that these are prohibitions. I believe once these things are made dutable, they will not even bring them in. So we have to send that message. We need honest declaration. Everybody should be nationalistic in thinking. We are supposed to be patriotic in our actions so that this country, we have no any other country, we must defend this country, we must protect this country, we must contribute to the quality, high quality of life of this country so that Nigeria will be a better place for our children and our grandchildren to come. Please help us pass this message as the fourth realm of the law. Pass this message that we are all Nigerians, they should reform, they should change, and let's be on the same page. Being that as it may, if they still insist on doing their nefarious activities. We are public servants. We are going to use both intelligence, physical, and the manpower we have to ensure that we checkmate them until we are done with this assignment. What I mean by assignment, even the entire appointment to serve is 35 years or 60 years, the case may be. Until we leave this service, we continue to protect the borders of this country. We are determined, we are encouraged, and we are mobilized. So now, we are going to showcase 4 spectacular seizures, though we have about 10 of them. You know, the proverbial hunter will not disclose, according to the His Excellency, all that he has in his arsenal. Because if he does, he may find himself empty tomorrow. Here before us, for the purpose of analysis, we, since January up to date, Strikeforce have been able to generate, through our intervention, both, that is the ICT, over 2 billion naira from DN raised. And who said Strikeforce is not working? These young men and women who are charged with the responsibility of overseeing whatever is happening right here in Lagos, Zone A, have been determined, have been able to raise and paid over 2 billion naira. That amount will have gone down, will have gone away. So Nigeria is richer for that particular purpose. The essence, the reason why Strikeforce must continue to exist. Then operationally, for the period of 3 weeks since the last press briefing was held, we have, as you captured it right here at the Training College Ikeja, we have over 1,200 bags of rice. Gentlemen of the press, you agree with me that it is not easy to seize 10 bags of rice. From the current climate since the EndSARS protest, when most youths have gone haywire by attacking operatives of government. And this feat is without prejudice to the lives of my officers. We did not record any single calamity. That's very important, because what does a life of an officer worth? Not that we don't face challenges in the course of discharge of our duties, but we know that the people we are dealing with are Nigerians, and they are human beings. So at times, you cannot win all the time, but we have won most of the time. So we equally allow them to have their way, knowing fully well that they are not the rightful owners of these things they are piloting. Here we are, for record, our operatives evacuated a particular warehouse in Lagos, somewhere in Lagos. What we discovered there was mind-boggling. Over 30,000 bags, contraband, were evacuated. You will agree with me, the volatility, how volatile Lagos is, that my operation officers, with tact, intelligence, and determination, able to evacuate that figure, that number, without any stone thrown at them, is as a result of what? Intelligent effort. We got that information by intelligence, through intelligence. That is one. Then, we equally have to show you here, you see, a container laden with what? With Ankara. Our textile mills are down because of the activities of few of us. The message:
Just before round up this week edition of the program Customs Report, we brought you a report where most of the controllers operating in Nigeria have continued to implement rules as approved by the management of Nigerian Customs Service. From me, Igeseme Etienne, thanks for watching.